Hi, my name is Bianca Aldaz, and this will be my final summative reflection. So today I will be talking about the issue in the community that I have addressed. The issue that I have addressed has been animal cruelty and general animal abuse. This is an issue that is very close to my heart, not only because I'm an animal lover, but I also have dogs of my own. So the research that I did was basically on how often these animals are getting abused and to the degree it's been happening. So personally, I have also been a volunteer at the Animal Services of El Paso as well as the Humane Society of El Paso, so I have witnessed it firsthand, which is what initially got me into being, I was already concerned about it, but it made me really want to investigate it further. So something that I didn't know that was introduced to me in doing this collection of data was that an animal is usually approximately abused every 60 seconds, which is very horrifying and terrible to begin with. I also learned that most domestic violence abusers are also animal abusers. So the connection it really drew to me was really thinking about just reflecting on how I treat my animals and just making sure they're at the happiest and healthiest they possibly can be. The way I contributed in this was not only doing the study and finding out things. I have actually already been a member of the Humane Society as a volunteer since 2017. Just researching and learning more about it made me really want to go back into volunteering more of my time. There's a lot of times I have time in between classes or in between assignments when I can really just contribute this to these animals who really need it. Being a volunteer, I really got to see these animals, and I also had the opportunity to foster them and have them in my own house, which I also made a PSA on, which really dealt with that issue and kind of opened people's eyes so they could see what a significant amount of change they could really have on these animals just by having them inside your home. When I brought a foster dog in, it was really sad to see that she was very scared to get in the car. It was like she had never been in a car in her life, and it really broke my heart. Also, once I got to my house, she really didn't want to come inside. She had a lot of anxiety. She was shaking. And just being around her and asking other people who worked at the shelter, they had told me that she was very antisocial, which really broke my heart because these animals, they have such pure hearts and they come into this world just trying to love, and just the fact that they get abused and treated so badly, and which really causes them to have more harm because they already have a chip on their shoulder thinking that all humans are bad and all humans are going to hurt them. So they're obviously not going to be as friendly and as approachable as another dog who hasn't gone through these experiences. So it just goes from them having a hard life to making it even harder and harder for them to find a new family, which is what really brought me into making that PSA. And I hope that just by making that, the other people could really open their eyes to that and think that if they have extra time or they have extra space in their house and they just have the tools that are necessary to give these animals a second chance, and just to really spend time with them and get them to come out of their shell and to get them to be less shy and more friendly is really what these animals need. It was really also sad to me giving her a bed, and she had never had a bed, so she was very scared to get in it. She was smelling around at my other dogs thinking that they were going to attack her because it's obviously not her house, it's not her scent, she's not used to it, so she was scared that she was maybe stepping on their toes, and it really broke my heart. But just her being around my other dogs who are also very friendly, she learned to open up and to start to play with them. I've also fostered cats. I had a cat in particular. He was an orange tabby named Minos, and well, that's what the name I gave him. And just being around him, and he also got an opportunity to learn how to be around my dogs because a lot of my dogs are rescues and they're used to being around other animals, so they obviously were a little more friendly with him, and I taught them to be gentle with him. And just having those experiences, it really just not only helped them by me giving them a home, but it also helped me in just having these animals here. And even when I was stressed out because of maybe finals or any hard assignments, I had them there with me, and it just gave me a sense of just having like a shared love with them and having this connection with them. So that's how I would say it was very rewarding for me myself, and that was like the best part of it for me, especially being a foster mom and being able to see little animals like baby puppies and kittens. That was like probably my favorite part, and that's something that I think I will never stop doing. I love volunteering. It's something that I really love and I have a passion for. Something I could have improved was I really wanted to volunteer at the compadres therapy within the given time that I had, but unfortunately I didn't have an opportunity to. But I will also be volunteering with them later on, just on the side, just because I really love horses and it's not every day you get to be around a horse. So I would say that that's something I would have done differently, was I would have done that earlier in the semester. But I think that's something I learned about myself, was that I really have a lot of extra time, and if it doesn't kill you to spend your extra time and devote it to something that's going to help a greater community, which is like the animals. If I was going to say how this would influence my career, I would say I've always, since I was a little girl, I've always planned on having a ranch of my own and just being around. I have already volunteered at a therapy ranch, and just being around that, it was very profound to me to see the impact that even just riding a horse had on these children with disabilities such as cerebral palsy. I think my values and opinions and beliefs haven't changed at all. These are all things that I've already loved and had a passion for. And that sums about all of it. Thank you.